Take a look at this clip of Dana Bash talking with Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin as he refuses to admit that Donald Trump is agitating the situation in Kenosha.
Look at what we are seeing this morning. Just one of the things that we're seeing on the president's Twitter feed this morning. He really appears to be agitating and actively encouraging his supporters to go into Portland, which is resulting in some of this violence. Is that what you want to be seeing from the president?
There are people agitating all over the place,
and what
we need to do is get control of the situation. Kenosha can be a model. What happened in Kenosha is Congressman Style got into the city really quick, found out that law enforcement were looking for help. He called up the president. The president responded immediately and said, "What can I do to help?" And he offered to bring in some out-of-state National Guardsmen.
So given everything that you are saying...
Unfortunately, our governor turned it down one night. 2 people died in the intervening time.
Given what you were saying, would you prefer that we have searched agitating comments and agitating ideas on his Twitter feed?
That's how you're typifying it. What we need to do is we need to encourage an end to the violence and the rioting. And the way you, Dan, let me finish. The way you stop the violence, the way you stop the rioting, is you surge manpower and resources, citizen soldiers, National Guard, and you overwhelm the numbers.
Okay, let's break this down. Number one, Republicans and conservatives will never condemn the violence that comes from their side. It is a fact that there has been more right-wing violence, murders in this country than any other type of violence. And yet they will never under any circumstance condemn the violence from their side, period, point blank. Number two, what they do is they will always draw an equivalence between the violence that occurs on their side and the protests that occur on our side. They equate our protests against police state violence, and they make it equivalent to white supremacist murders. So in other words, they see you, the mere fact that you're in the streets protesting for Black lives is equivalent to murders that occur in this country at the hands of right-wing terrorists. Number three, he slipped in there, Senator Ron Johnson slipped in there the idea of citizen soldiers.
Stop the violence. The way you stop the rioting is you surge manpower and resources, citizen soldiers.
He is okaying the idea that citizens have the right to execute judgment, have the right to execute what they believe to be justice. It's bad enough that we have a problem with how the policing agencies across this country interpret quote unquote justice. But now this senator is saying it's totally okay for us to have citizen soldiers on the battlefield.
Kenosha can be a model.
I need to make sure that everybody understands the score. We are dealing with fascists who do not see any problem with the violence from their side, but see our protests as the greatest threat to civilization. And that's because what we are protesting is the very nature of the power structure in this country. They see our protest against this system that is killing us to be worse than any of their supporters actually killing us.
The way you stop the violence, the way you stop the rioting is you surge manpower and resources, citizen soldiers.